this here. My volume's up. Yeah. Yeah, got everybody here. Just for some reason, 2 meetings were sent to me and I clicked on the top one. Here we go. Good morning. My name is Judge Person. I'm going to be slightly repetitive for just a bit because I see people's audio connecting. I apologize for the late start. I was actually sent the wrong meeting and I clicked on it and I couldn't figure out what was wrong. And finally, I found that, in fact, there was a duplicate. So apologies for the late start. I'm very aware that that can sometimes happen. Mr. Matson, if you could, I'm going to start the morning with you. I wanted to go ahead and let you tell folks who you are. Now, Ryan Matson is the city attorney for the city of Temple. And actually, Mr. Matson, in that role, works as like a district attorney. So that's how you would think of him. And if you would, Mr. Matson, just introduce yourself so people can see your face.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Ryan Matson. I'm the prosecutor for Temple.
Thank you, Mr. Matson. Mr. Matson does not represent you. In fact, he represents the city. He's not my employee. He does appear regularly in my court, but does not answer to me. So just be aware of that division. There's a division between not only himself and myself, but also he's not your representative. He represents the state. Okay. Mr. Matson, Mr. Blythe, let me make sure I can hear you.
Yes, Your Honor, I'm here.
I'm going to move y'all to room 1 to go ahead and have that meeting. I know y'all are both familiar.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And so what I want to do is let folks know a couple of things before we get going. I want to let you know that when you're given a ticket or issued a citation, those are methods for accusing someone. It is an accusation when you get a ticket or when you receive a summons or citation in the mail. And what I want you to know is that with that accusation, when you give a plea, you're giving your answer or response to the accusation. There are 3 options for pleading: guilty, not guilty, and no contest. We are presumed not guilty. That can change at trial. That can change if we change it, but it is presumed. And that really dictates, without getting into law 101, that dictates how we move things through a court. With if you plead guilty, you're admitting the offense. You're not contesting it. We're moving into sentencing when you plead guilty. If you plead not guilty, we're moving toward trial. If you plead no contest, we're moving toward sentencing, just like with guilty. Except there, you're not admitting or denying the offense. You're allowing me to sentence you without saying, I did this, I didn't do this, have a trial. So not guilty means I think the state should prove the case against me. You don't have to give reasons. What I'm trying to do is let you know where your case will go at that point, what route you will be taking at that point. So if you plead guilty or no contest, the route is, that we move you towards sentencing. If you plead not guilty, we move the case towards trial. If you've already been sentenced, you're here because we're going to work on your sentence and see what we can do to get it back on track. And so those are the kinds of things that we're doing today. That is the meaning of those pleas. Mr. Matson and Mr. Weideman, Mr. Blythe, can we go ahead and look at the Weideman case, please?
Yes, Your Honor. We are just going to extend the length of the deferral by 60 days. If that is
acceptable, Judge.
That's the recommendation and agreement.
It is,
Yes,
Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, let's see. That is going to put us to hold on, I do have a calendar handy as a matter of fact. Let's see. That deferral began on the 17th of the month, and July to August, August to October puts us at, I think let's put it on the 15th of September because that's a Friday.
All right.
And is there any kind of course or what's triggered the?
She received.
That's right. That's
Another
right.
citation. Mhm.
I received notice of her conviction. I do remember. Okay, yeah, we'll leave her on the deferral for longer. That's acceptable to the court.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Judge.
Okay, it's not quite 60 days, but I just don't know how the months fall. I think because we have more days, the 15th is right on the statutory limitation. So I just want to stick it there if y'all aren't gonna fuss about that part.
I have no
No,
objection to that, Your Honor.
No objection.
Okay, Mr. Blank, what we'll do, since I did accept the representation letter mid-flow, if you will, I'll send this over to you. Are you going to make it available to your client, or should I also send a copy to her?
No, I'm in regular contact with her. I'll take care of it.
Okay. I will make a note that that's what we're doing, and then we're good for the day on your case. So you are free to leave whenever you're ready. Okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
All right.
Thanks.
And stay well.
Thank you. You too, Judge.
Thank you.
You're fine.
Bye-bye. And so the next thing I want to just talk about is we talked about pleas and where the pleas take you. I want to just let you know a few things about sentencing and the options available. Please remember that I can't give legal advice. And Mr. Mattson, though also an attorney, cannot give legal advice. But what I can do as the judge of the court is let you know how things move through a court. And I have found that it's helpful just to have a broad picture. So I always do this because I think that it helps people figure out where they want to plug in. And then that's your choice where you plug in. So first of all, remember that before your plea is accepted, you have a right to meet with an attorney of your choice. And after your plea is accepted, you've technically waived that right. If you have not yet been sentenced or your plea has not yet been accepted, and there's a lot of ways that can happen in a Class C court. I'm not going to go into that. I'll just talk with people individually. But the thing I'm trying to get at is if you're looking to meet with an attorney, you say, I need time. You don't have to say anything special or know the constitutional provision. You just have to say, I need time. And if we're at a point where that's appropriate for your case, then I give you that time. So that's one thing to know. Another thing to know is that if you plead guilty or no contest, we move right into sentencing. I've said that. You're found guilty, generally. It goes on your record and you pay the fines and costs. Now, let me back into that statement and give you the overview of each level or layer, if you will. So paying fines and costs is based on a window fine, we call it. It's a preset fine. If you call a clerk, you get a preset fine told to you. I look at that in connection with the sentencing information that you gave me. That was in the form of income information form that we asked that you fill out. Everyone was asked to fill that out, whether you pled guilty or no contest or not guilty, because in the not guilty context, I look at it in connection with sentencing trial, scheduling bonds. It's a different purpose, but it's the same information, in other words. So you were all asked to fill that out. In the context of sentencing, if you're here, I look at it and I see what is going to work, what is realistic. This person's here, let's have a conversation. If you're not here, I do the best I can. Okay. So I do look at that information. In fact, anything that you direct to me, I do read it. Okay. And if I can respond to it, I do. Now, the next thing I wanted to, so that payment is based on ability. And I look at that ability I take that very seriously, and I talk to you about it. So that's how I'm going to use that information. And that's what I'm doing when I start asking what feels private. I'm just trying to figure out what's helpful. Okay, at that point, not just for you, but the state has also a right. So I'm balancing both sides at that point. That's called sitting in equity. I'm not going to go into that at length, but there we go. So that's how I use that information. That's what I'm doing. Sometimes people have lost income. Sometimes people are having a difficult time. That's where I'm looking at that issue with you, for you as well. Okay, now backing into it goes on your record, you're found guilty. You can be found guilty if you plead guilty or no contest. In a Class C court, there are 4 exceptions, ways to be found not guilty still, even if you've pled guilty or no contest. They are compliance dismissals, driver's course options, deferred dispositions, and teen court. Now, let me tell you very briefly how those work, and then we're going to move forward pretty quickly. But what I'll tell you there is, everybody will have an opportunity to have a time to talk with me about their case. Okay. Within the restraints that are legally required. Okay. So compliance dismissals are things that can be brought up to date and dismissed. I'll tell you if you've got something like that. That's usually like a broken piece of equipment that you fix on time and bring proof to the court. If you look like you have something like that, I'll talk to you about it. If you think that you have something that should be considered that way, bring it up, okay? Because right now, folks are representing themselves. 2, second option, driving safety course options are available for certain types of offenses, and if you have a certain type of license, okay? So I'll be previewing that with you to see if you're eligible. If you plead guilty or no contest, I automatically do it. If you're not sure, if you want to ask about it, ask about it. I'll talk to you about it. Some people aren't eligible, so I just keep moving forward, or I think they aren't. Okay, so you can talk to me about it. Let me give you a couple of notes about that as well. Just, it's a good time right now to talk about money and the record. Okay, so when you call that clerk, I mentioned you get that window, what we call what's often called a window fine. What that is, what that represents, is a state cost and a fine. The state cost is set very much by what it sounds like the state of Texas, the legislature, they set those. I don't set those. Just a note, when I first started working, this may just date me, but it's also just kind of tells you how things are going. When I started, it was $49 for costs. Now it's about $149. Okay. So that's the legislature. And I please believe me, they don't call me and ask me about that one. The fine is set by the judge of the court. So that would be me. In the driving safety course option, you pay the cost, your fine goes on hold. You don't pay it if you do everything right. You get your course turned in, the right course at the right time. You get your record turned in, the right record at the right time. You get your case dismissed and your fine waived. It's not on your record. You saved money. And I say you saved money. You do pay for your course and your record, but still it's going to most likely be less expensive than paying that whole ticket, that window fine, that window number. And what I want you to know is that, you're welcome to talk to me about it, but you do save money at that point and you keep it off your record if you do it right. Okay. So visit with me if you're trying to do that. If I think that you're eligible, I'll be visiting with you to see if you want to do that. Okay. The third option is called a deferred disposition. A deferred, we often call it for short. Deferred means to delay. Disposition means to finalize. I delay making your case final. I put you into a window of time on a written order from the court. On that order, it will tell you, it will list the things that you have to do to gain a dismissal. They're checked off, so you know exactly what you need to do. If you do the things that you're ordered to do, you get your case dismissed. It is always sorting out fines and costs and how they're getting paid or dealt with. It is sometimes a course. or a record or some kind of document, that sometimes happens. It is always not getting more tickets, not getting more accusations, not getting any warrants, arrests, or failures to appear. And it is always keeping your address current. So stay clear, address current, pay a fines and costs, sometimes a document / course, etc. Okay. So how do you get a deferred in a Class C court? You ask. The judge may grant it and say yes, or the judge may say no. Judges in Class C courts don't have to explain why they say yes or no. They can just tell you, I will, I won't grant that. But you must make the request to trigger that review and to see if the judge will grant it. And how do you do that? You just say guilty or no contest, which one you want. I'd like a deferred. That's how you do that. Okay. So I just like people to know how to do that. And then the final one I talked about, teen court, is for students, middle school, high school, homeschool. Looks a bit like a deferred, but it's a little different in the sense that we shift the burden of activity onto the young person instead of onto payment, where the presumption is that people can or do work. In the teen court context, we presume that you're not working, and that's the difference. But we work out a sentence with, generally speaking, with a case manager. Doesn't take long. Sometimes I work it out with you. It depends on time. And then we move forward with figuring out, what that teen court option will look like. So that's the 101. I'm going to move things forward. Mr. Matson, your first person is Jonathan Washington Jr. Mr. Washington Jr., can you unmute and just tell me how you're doing? That way I can make sure your microphone's working. Thank you for being here.
Yes, ma'am, I'm here.
Okay, great. I will move you over to that meeting with the prosecutor. Please remember, you already saw me do it once. You're coming back over at the end of that meeting because I will need to excuse you from court, and I might have some things I just need to remind you of, okay?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Quickly, I just want to kind of confirm who's here. I've got some unidentified folks, and people are always welcome to watch online, but they shouldn't be in the room if they are not scheduled to be here. So let me just check in and kind of see. I have one name that appears to have changed. Let me just check. It's fine that people do that, but it does mean that I'm sort of trying to figure out who's who. No, that one's there. There's one that's just called Motorola Moto G Pure, and that is the only person I'm asking to unmute right now. And if that person could unmute and just tell me who they are.
April Kendrick.
What's the last name?
Kendrick.
Can you spell that?
Kindred.
Mr. Kindred?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, is the hood for a medical purpose? Thank you very much. We'll be with you soon. I'm just going to change the name on the screen so that I don't lose track of your place in line, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. And then the next person I was trying to sort out was on an iPhone, and it was just called iPhone at that point. Let's see where that is. Yes, nice long flowing hair, black and white shirt with perhaps butterflies. Can you unmute and tell me who your name, please?
Corian Young.
Oh, thank you. And I'm just renaming you for on the screen or this meeting. It'll change back to what you had before. Okay.
Okay.
We'll be with you soon. And let's see, there was a phone caller on the telephone, 512 area code, ending in 434 or thereabouts, those numbers. Can you tell me your name?
Alexis Vargas.
Okay. I will be with you shortly.
Okay.
Just on the phone, remember that you can easily start tuning the meeting out because it's not that exciting.
Yeah.
And so just listen for your name, okay?
Okay.
Right, you're actually here for the prosecutor. And we'll call your name shortly.
Okay. How do I mute?
I will remute you now and I'll ask you to unmute when it's your turn again, okay?
Okay.
All right. Yeah, good question. And then I had another one, but I guess I had two more. I don't see them. So I'll just move along and we'll see where we are. Let's see. If I could talk to Savannah Riggs, and while you're unmuting, let me know how your day is going. Yes. I hear your TV.
Hello, good morning.
Not hearing you super well. Can you turn off your television?
1 second.
Special
dedication to care, especially when they need it most. At Visiting Angels, we have seniors who make independent.
Sorry, can't hear you. Yeah, I know. August is related. Yeah, I get that. Her show costs can be after her deferral. Okay. Ms. Vargas, can you hear me? I'm sorry, not Vargas. Ms. Riggs, can you hear me? Ms. Riggs? It looks like you're doing something else. I don't know.
I have no idea where the remote is.
Okay, well, let's try because I'm gonna want to make time now if you can. So I got that you're having trouble getting your license because of the appointment with DPS. Have you tried other DPSs besides the local one?
I have, and it was further out until September.
You tried throughout the region?
I tried one in Belton, the Belton DPS, but it was, I believe, September 20th.
I was not aware there's a DPS. Okay. Yeah, or doesn't. So I do need that license in order to keep you on the deferred. I can extend your deferred out. The latest I can extend it is August 15th. I can extend your show cause, which is the hearing that we're having, that says, hey, where is your license, to the 19th of September.
Okay.
I can reset the show cause. But you must be in attendance at that time. Actually, yeah. Let's do it for that date.
Okay. And it was September 19th or August 19th?
So your deferred order, if you remember that you had those conditions of not getting more tickets, not getting more citations, and we originally ended that on June 13th. The court retains jurisdiction to this show cause hearing. I'm extending that order out, those conditions of no, additional charges to August 15th. That is the longest I can extend it. But I'm rescheduling the Zoom to review the case, the show cause, in other words, to September 19th.
Okay.
And that means that that's really the last opportunity you're going to have to present that. So I'm sorry, it's going to have to be that date, I think. Let me double check that. No, I could do the 26th. Because your appointment is on the 19th, is that right?
Yes, ma'am. Mhm.
Yeah, because I'm not going to waive that requirement.
Okay.
Your show cause moves to September 26th. Bring your license by when you receive it. Okay. Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay. Remember, you're bringing your license, no more citations. You're bringing your license by when you receive it. You're attending that meeting on the 26th.
Okay.
Okay. We will see you there.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. You're good to go. Mr. Mattson, I know that you were talking with Mr. Washington. I've been trying to move him back over. Let me focus that attention for just a moment. There we go. Okay. Mr. Washington and Mr. Mattson, this is a single allegation of speeding. Where are we on that matter?
Your Honor, Mr. Washington has agreed to plead no contest in exchange for the fine on his citation being reduced.
Okay, and tell me the nature of that reduction, please.
The fine will be reduced to $40.
What's cost?
And yes, Your Honor, the costs are $134, which will bring the total to $174.
And when is that getting paid?
I can try to pay by Friday.
Okay, I can give you automatically a couple of weeks. Will that work?
Yes, ma'am.
So today, by the 15th of August, yes,
Sounds
that's
good.
actually, that's 3 weeks, but that'll work. Okay, I can do that without a motion. I can do your prosecutor motion on the reduction, and I can do the pay order. So, Mr. Washington, there's nothing, does he sign for that? I don't need you to come sign for that, but you do have till the 15th of August to make payment. I will put that in my written order. Okay?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
We will email that to you though.
All right.
Okay. Do you have any further questions?
Not at the moment.
Okay, you're good to go.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Mr. Mattson, I'm moving you forward with DeCarlos Morgan. DeCarlos Morgan, can you unmute and tell me how you're doing and get on screen, please?
How you doing, ma'am?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, ma'am.
Do you have video?
No, ma'am.
Okay, then I do need to just make some confirmations about who you are. Can you give me your date of birth, please?
August 31st, 2001, ma'am.
Thank you. And just give me the house number, not the street of your current address.
I don't know what they still have marked down as my current address. As of now, I'm on 29010 Fort Cavazos.
Uh, 29010 Fort Cavazos in Helene.
Yes, ma'am.
And do you have the zip?
76544.
Okay. Do you know the previous house 4 digits?
I don't know which one they have marked down. So
Yeah. Well, my point is to know that you have the same thing that we have to confirm who you are. So me telling you would be against what I'm trying to do.
Yes, ma'am.
So I'll just move you forward to meet with the and he's already over in the other room. Okay. I'm moving forward as well with Brandy Mack. Can you unmute and let me know how the day's going for you?
Hello, how are you, Judge?
Yeah, I'm well. Thank
I'm
you.
doing well, thank you.
So it's a no insurance charge with an accusation, or the date was January 5th. we had a request for a payment plan, a guilty plea, a new job, and you have not yet been paid. I can do a low payment. You had proposed $75. I don't mean this like a comment toward you or really anyone, but generally when we start a new position, we're kind of behind on some things. So what I could do is just go with $25 a month, begin 30 days from today, which is August 24th. And if you wish to pay more, you can pay more and get it done faster. We don't charge interest. It's just that I want to set a realistic thing for you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Because, I do know how it can go for any of us. The other thing is I wanted to just confirm with you. Sorry, I'm just trying to look real quick. Yeah, that's why you got set to talk to me. It was a new job and the request was, of course, admirable, but probably a little high. You had
Yes,
said
ma'am.
$75 a month. Got a lot going on. So we'll just set it for $25 a month, beginning August 24th. I do need a signature on that from you. Can you come by the court today? I see that you might be living in Austin. So
I do live in Austin, Your Honor.
okay, so our other option is I can email it to you, and if you can print it and sign it and email it back, we're good to go. I do take photos of the signature on the form, if I can read the form that you've signed. Can we get that done today?
Yes, ma'am. Do you offer DocuSign?
No, I don't, because it's
Okay.
not the same thing as on a criminal case.
Okay, I can go to the library and print it out and then email it back in. That's no problem.
Okay. All right. We will email that to you sometime this morning. Okay, Ms. Mack?
Yes, ma'am, Your Honor. And I just wanted to let you know that I am now having, I do have insurance now, and I also have a separate insurance for a surcharge.
Oh,
Bell County sent me, I guess, because of this no insurance ticket and me not replying in a appropriate time frame. They said that I had to do surcharge insurance, so I didn't have my license suspended. So I'm paying almost $200 a month for insurance with both the liability and that. Yes, ma'am.
okay. Let me clear a couple of things up with you, just to kind of organize it for you just a tiny bit. Were you insured at the time of this stop, which was January 5th, 2023?
I had insurance through my car company, but the police officer said that was not adequate insurance to drive on the road.
Okay, so let me address that first. That insurance just covered their loan. It didn't cover your actions. That's why an officer would say that to you. I just wanted to help you there. If you had insurance at the time of the stop, I understand you believe you did. Oh, excuse me. You might just send that to the SR22 insurance people. They won't take it away. Sometimes they do, and sometimes they don't do a reduction of what your surcharge is. Now, there's three things to know about the surcharge people. One is they aren't the city or county where you got the ticket. They are based in DPS convictions that get entered. Deferrals can also be used against you in their context. So I'm not sure that a deferral would be helpful or would have been helpful. In fact, I'm pretty sure that it isn't. But what I want you to know is when you're communicating with them, we don't see that. And it wasn't based on being late. It was based on no insurance.
Okay.
Then they make you carry what is called SR22 insurance.
Yes.
And you have to prove it with them in their system.
Okay.
Until that goes away.
For 3 years, Your Honor.
Yes, I do. I know about it. And then they sometimes charge you a surcharge fee. So it's a bit of a double whammy. It's still out there. There used to be a conviction-based surcharge program. And that was really, really hard for everybody. But they have held on to that insurance surcharge program. You know, whether I agree with it or not.
Yes,
But
ma'am.
I've looked at ways that people can kind of avoid it a bit. If to see if it's a perk to offer, you know, as part of what people are bargaining for over here. And I
Yes,
have
ma'am.
yet to find it other than if you actually had insurance, and believe it or not, people with insurance will sometimes just pay their ticket. And then they get a surcharge and they could have gotten a dismissal, but they didn't choose to go through the court to do that. That
Yes, ma'am.
happens, believe it or not. And so I had found out through that people can get a reduction if they had insurance. I don't know what they'll do with that type of insurance. I know
Yes,
that if you don't ask them, then the answer is no. So
Yes, ma'am.
you might check in on that. We'll
Okay,
email
thank
you. We'll email it to you this, you know,
Okay,
payment plan, and it'll be a list of your payments. And you
okay.
sign it and get it back to us, and then I'll grant it.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Any further questions?
No, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Okay, you're good to go.
Thank you. Have a good day.
And you as well.
Thanks.
I don't know what's going on. Okay, Mr. Matson and Mr. Morgan, can you go ahead and let me know how things are going?
We are going to continue to final pretrial, Your Honor.
Okay, final pretrial is scheduled for August 23rd at 2 o'clock here in the court. So we'll see both of you here at that time.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Mr. Morgan, do you understand?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. Any questions that you have?
No, ma'am.
We'll see you when you get here. You are good to go. Okay, Mr. Matson, I am moving you forward. Your next person is Dustin Lohman. Dustin Lohman, can you unmute and get on screen? There you go. Right. Let me move you over to that meeting and we will go from there.
Alrighty.
I too am moving forward with Rebecca Davis. And Rebecca Davis, if you could unmute and let me know how the day's going for you while I pull your file.
I'm good.
Okay, I am as well. So we do have what is called a KPS profile, which is a failure to complete a court order. And I do show that you're qualified for community service, which was the request. Give me just a moment to calculate that amount. You live in Gatesville, is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
It turns into 53 hours. We start with the due date of September 26th. I want to talk to you a little bit about how you go about it. And folks, forgive me, I've just got a little frog in my throat. I'm trying to address it. So I will send you a timesheet. You'll log in and out on your timesheet. Your supervisor has to initial each set of hours. At the end, you sign off for it and they sign off for it. You also initial your hours. So initials on both sets of time, each time you log in and out. Final full signature by both persons. I'm going to send you a list of rules for how to go about it. Part of those rules include the fact that I will accept community service from any approved nonprofit organization. I have a list of places, they aren't exhausted. That means that where you're living, you could do your community service, but you have to get the place pre-approved within the first 2 weeks. That would be by August 8th.
Yes, ma'am.
So, and the way that you do that is there'll be a form included in what we send to you, and you take it to the place that is a nonprofit. They have to certify their nonprofit status and let us know that they're willing to do the paperwork. It's not that bad. It's just that form of your hours. And, you know, a little bit about what you're going to be doing. So what we'll do is send you the timesheet, the directions, the pre-approved list, and the pre-approved process sheet for, your area. And then you find the nonprofit, you work with them to get that turned back into us. If I approve it, then that's where you do it. Okay.
Okay.
If you miss the deadline, then you either have to get me to, come back in and talk to me about what happened, or you come over to the pre-approved list that I have available. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
There's one form for you to sign. It just says that you know that there's no coverage if you're injured. There's no privacy to your community service. We're going to email everything to you. Can you sign and get that one form back to us today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Can we use the email that we use to set up this meeting?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then you're good to go.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Mattson, I know you were talking to Mr. Lohman, and Mr. Lohman, if we could have you, on screen. And let's see where we are. Didn't mean to remute you. I think we clicked at the same time. Okay, this is a single charge of failing to signal a lane change, June 4th, 2023. Fines and costs are $234. Where are we with regard to this matter?
We're going to continue to final pretrial, Your Honor.
Okay, we will all be here August 23rd at 3:00. Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay, thank you. You're good to go.
Thank you.
Mr. Mattson, your next person is Corey Ann Young. Corey Ann Young, I'm going to move you over to unmute again. I know we talked previously.
Yes, ma'am.
I'll go ahead and move you over to that meeting.
Yes, ma'am.
I too am moving forward with Oak Road Kindred. Can you get back on screen and unmute, please? How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Can I get to where I can see you? Have an outline. Okay. Thank you. Judge Person, how are you this morning?
Good, how are you?
Good. So this is a single charge of walking on a roadway where a sidewalk is provided. You've requested teen court, which I'm inclined to grant. You did enter in writing a no contest plea. Is that your plea at this time, no contest?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You're not required to have a parent with you, but do you?
Yes,
Have a
ma'am.
parent? Okay. Are they there right now?
No, ma'am.
The reason I'm asking is there is a $20 teen court fee. Can that fee get paid today?
I could see.
Okay. And then I think what we're going to do is just have a case manager meet with you today. You can bring a parent or not, but I do need to have you over here today. What time can you be here?
11.
Okay. We'll look for you at 11 for that meeting. And that person will meet with you, talk to the parent in the equation, and ask about the $20 fee, because there will be things for you to do, and if you can bring them, it helps, because they might need to help you get somewhere, for example. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. We'll see you at 11. Okay? You have an appointment.
Okay.
Okay, you're good to go. Okay, moving forward. Michelle Gruhl.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Can you get on screen?
I'm trying, but something is not, I'm trying to get, sorry, I guess my settings wasn't set for it. I'm sorry.
That's okay. So we can start with with community service. I will want to see progress though. June 22nd, I need to back up first. June 22nd of 2023, you were given a ticket for driving while license invalid. The fines and costs are $281. And I did receive a plea of guilty to that charge. And I just need to confirm, is that your plea at this time?
Okay, I'm so sorry. I think everything just got me out. And I tried to clear everything out. I'm sorry.
We're okay. I need to confirm some things with you.
Yes, ma'am.
So there is an expired motor vehicle registration charge from June 22nd. The fines and
Yes, ma'am.
costs are $151. Let me look at that one real quickly. It does. I don't think we got a plea on that yet. Yeah, I did. I did receive a plea of guilty to that charge. Is that your plea at this time?
Guilty.
Okay. And then there was a driving while license invalid charge with fines and costs of $281. And I did receive a plea of guilty. Is that your plea at this time?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And then I just want to give a quick look. I just have older cases.
Yes, ma'am. I have three. I had three before I got these two.
Yeah, I know. They aren't super old, but they are in warrant.
Yeah.
And I'm just trying to look at something real quickly to see if I have a hold on your license. Yeah.
I
do.
believe so.
Yeah,
Yes, ma'am.
I do. Yes. If you'll let me speak, I do have that. So one thing I want to tell you is that I don't release that until we finish those cases. So, your community service is how you're going to do that. So using community service as in your thinking as a way to get more time is a mistake. Okay. Because I have actually tried several things there to get you to take responsibility for those cases. I have 3 of them in warrant. One is a no insurance charge from November 23rd, 2022, and it's got a warrant for non-payment or non-completion of $449.80. That same stop, there is a changing lanes were unsafe. That one is $388.70. And then the no insurance charge, there's another one from September 18th. Fines and costs are $449.80. And where we are is that it looks like we've tried payments. I'm not seeing where we tried community service. So that's good to know that we didn't already do it, because sometimes I don't let you do it again. So let's try community service. Therefore, and let me give you a total. I see that you're in the area. I do have a list of places where you can do the work. And I have a way to get something not on the list pre-approved. That has to be done up front early in the game. Otherwise, you miss the chance to do that. It turns into 86 hours. That's because there are 5 cases, excuse me. It's $1,700, right? So working it off through community service is going to be at a very good rate. Okay. And our due date is September 26th. And on that date or before that date, if you see that you can't complete it, you still have a duty to turn in what you've done. ask for an extension and tell me how long you think you need and follow up on it, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Oftentimes what I see with habitual warrant folks, one is that they get very confused and dismayed by the fact that their fines and costs keep going up. That's because the state requires that I charge a warrant fee, okay? Another thing that happens is that they get holds on their license and they get confused about that. That can trigger additional suspensions that you might have. You'll need to get on the DPS website and figure out how to get your license back to valid. The current cases, because you've continued to drive, will trigger issues. They probably would anyway, because one of them is a driving while license invalid, and they do use that against you, okay? And there's just not a way around it except to dive through the middle of it. So you'll need to get on there and figure out what they need so you can get your license back. If you're really super interested in how to do all that and how to get an occupational license, you have to go and apply to a different court to get that license to drive during suspension periods. And that judge will have some requirements, but they will usually oftentimes grant it if you do it right. I have a walkthrough packet. If you want that packet, you can come to the court and ask, will they give them out at the front? Yeah. When you're coming to pick up your paperwork. So I do need you to sign for your community service. What time can you be here today?
I'm gonna say 11.
That'll work fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
I
we'll
have
see.
I have a question as well, Your Honor.
Yes.
So you said to go on, do I have to go online or in person? Because I tried to change my address on my license and it denied me, saying I have to personally go up there because I guess my license is suspended. Does that have anything to do?
So what I'm trying to tell you is, I didn't tell you to go online and renew. What I've told you is go online and read up about why your license is not valid anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And the packet I have, you'll walk through it online and you'll figure out what's wrong. You'll figure out what's wrong. Because if you go over there and they say, well, you have to bring us these documents because you should have looked online to figure it out beforehand. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, yes, ma'am.
It may be that you need an occupational license, because once you get suspensions and you continue to drive on those suspensions, they start upping the consequences.
Yes, ma'am.
I mean, you can ask me at a party whether I agree with that or not, but the fact is that's what's happening.
Yes, ma'am.
I've got a packet for you that's a process, and it's actually from Law Help Online Help, Texas Law Help Online. But I've just printed it for people because some people don't have. So when you're here, ask the clerk and they can hand you a copy, okay? It's just self-help. Yes. Okay. All right. We'll expect you around 11, okay?
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Mr. Matson, I know you were talking to Corianne Young. Where are we with regard to Corianne Young's case?
Your Honor, I'm actually going to be dismissing this charge. I just don't believe that the elements can be met based on everything that I've reviewed.
Okay. I'll look for that. I'll sign it. And Ms. Young, I will email that to you. Can we use the email that we set up today? He's going to send it. Mr. Matson, you send that to us.
Yes, Your Honor, I will send that to you.
That type.
I apologize, ma'am. I was on mute.
It's okay. I forgot to ask you about it, to do it. So we both just didn't connect there. Can we use the email that we used for the meeting
Yes,
today?
ma'am.
Great.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we'll email that to you once I've signed it so that you can have a copy, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Matson, let's see. I know you've got at least one more person. Alexis Vargas, can you unmute? Hi. I'm going to move. Yes, I'm going to move you over to a meeting with the prosecutor. He represents the state.
Okay.
Okay. She's on the phone. David Huete? Huete? There's no R. How do you say it?
Oh, what the?
Huete. Okay. How are you today?
Good, ma'am. How are you?
Good. There was a request for a payment plan. We have a lot of warrants. That's why I still needed to talk to you before I approved it. Right now, there's a balance of $1,000 and $1,061.04. I understand what you were telling me about the vehicle. And that, in my mind, we've already have a conviction. Okay.
Yeah. That's
So
why
I can't,
like, do I
let me
need to-
just finish. I know I can't dismiss it, but what I'm hearing with those, what I take that to mean is you're not reoffending and you're letting me know that.
Yeah, yeah.
Do I have that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you see what the problem is.
Yes, ma'am.
You're a barber, your partner is a server. Sometimes those types of jobs, it's not always this way. They kind of ebb and flow a little bit.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
What I have here is a request for $50 or $60 a month. I can do that, and you can pay able because you're gonna want to get out from under this.
Oh, yeah.
I do believe, I'm not sure, but it's possible that I have holds on your license. Let me double check that statement and see. It's just good for people to know.
I actually don't have a license
Why not?
because of my current legal status here in the country.
Okay, fair enough.
Yes, ma'am.
Let me look and see. I don't see a hold. So I probably don't have a hold at this point. So that's good. That's better, better than having one. Okay, so for $50 a month, I do need you to come over and sign up.
All right.
And I want to know can you pay today? Can we start that today?
Yeah, or I could definitely pay tomorrow because I go to work tomorrow and I'll definitely have money tomorrow. But I don't see a problem with me going today.
Either or, you would
I could
make
go
another.
today, actually. I'd rather go today. I'm off today, so.
Yeah, I was going to say tomorrow. I just wonder, will you have time to get back over here? And then it's every month on the 25th.
All righty.
Okay. So you'll plan accordingly. And then you'll get a list of payments. And
Okay.
when you miss a payment, you're subject to going back to warrant. And in your case, it's 4 cases. So $200 will be added. We would lose 4 months. Don't do that.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I would love that would be lowered or different, but that is just state law.
Mhm.
And I can't negate it. So I do send notices and things, but you really just need, the thing to do is if something's wrong and you can't pay, you need to drop a letter. We may need to have a hearing. We may need to talk about it.
Okay.
But don't just not pay it.
Yes, ma'am.
Come by and say, I need to speak with her. There's a problem. Drop me a letter. And if I can respond, I will. And if I need a hearing, I'll set it.
All righty. That
But
sounds.
keep
That works with me.
up with it. It's your duty to do so. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What time will we look for you to do?
I can be over there like 10:30.
Perfect. Everyone else is coming at 11. You'll be at the
Yeah, that's why I was trying to get in there before everybody else.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay, we'll see you about 10:30.
All righty. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Mr. Woodthing, thank you. Okay, we're just waiting for the Barnes case to come up. So. Okay. Thank you. Whatever y'all suggest there, I didn't get a warm fuzzy about that one. Yeah, I do too, and maybe there's a way to parlay into that. I also am not sure if that's a day then in her situation, because I definitely got that. At high school? Okay. Yeah. So the slated graduation date is an absolute must. There's no more repeats available because you got to get it done by 21, you see. So let's talk after court. Okay, on the Vargas case, where are we?
Your Honor, we're going to go ahead and continue to final pretrial. Ms. Vargas does have an offer in front of her, but we need a bit more time to figure out the details.
That's fine. That's why we have a final. So we're scheduled for August 23rd at 3:00. We'll all just plan to be here unless I notify otherwise. Okay.
That
Okay.
sounds good, Your Honor.
Okay. Thank you, Alexis Vargas. We appreciate you. Yes,
It was. So sorry.
you're okay.
What time was it on August 23rd?
3:00.
3:00. Okay. Thank you so much.
Yes, of course. And you know where we're located, where you came and filled out your papers?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we'll see you then.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Blessings to you.